Hey everyone, figured we'd change up the training room we're in, just a little change of scenery. So there are a lot of video ideas that end up dying before they become videos, and I don't really talk about them too much, but I figure it might be interesting to change that a little bit. And this one was a submission I got on my video submission form in my Discord server to do a patch for rebalancing Splatoon 1 and potentially 2. This was an idea I saw. I got really excited. I went into Google Docs. I started typing it up. And then I, like with a lot of video ideas, unfortunately, immediately encountered a video ending problem. And, I'm going to go through some of the changes that I would do, right? Let's start with the buffs first and talk about some of the buffs that I would do for the Splatoon 1 patch. Like if I could patch the game at the end of its life, right? Let's see. Splash. For Splash, I think it should get its perfect jump accuracy it has in future games. Next up is the Squiffer. I think Squiffer should be able to charge full speed in the air like it can in the future games. Bamboo, I think Bamboo's full charge should do 85 instead of 80 damage like it does in the future games. I think that Rapid would be better if they made its damage work the way it does in the future games. Same for Rapid Pro. For Heavy Spiraling, I think its damage and charge speed should match modern Splatoon 3. For the 96 cal, I think its damage nerf that got reverted in future games should apply, doing 62 damage instead of 52. For the Tri-Slosher, I think its fire rate should be increased to match that of modern Splatoon 3. And you could probably see where the problem lies. Yeah, so almost all the changes I want to do are buffs. And if they're not buffs, they're emulating other weapons. Like Dual Squelcher. Well, I can't give it dodge rolls, so give it an absurd strafe speed. Why an absurd strafe speed? Oh, because I want it to be like this. So, I think the interest gets kind of killed off pretty quickly when it's just, yeah, I think it should be how it is like now, or after a change or something like that. The other side of the problem would be the nerfs of the video, right? It's like, sorry, the only other buff that wouldn't be, like, copied would be Inkzuka points for special going down at 210, by the way. But, like, nerfs, they fall into a similar boat. Either they're also things in future games, like, bombs should match how they are in this game. They should be toned back. Burst bomb should be 45%. Stealth should have a marker if you're close to it. Or they're kind of obvious, like, Big Bubbler should be 190. Which leaves only one real idea on the table, which is how the hell do we balance Kraken, QR, and Big Bubbler? Which, my idea was, okay, if you do, like, some tiny nerf that won't really affect its status very much, you could make the counterplay feel a little bit more strong, and that's basically what I'd go with. Something like, my idea for QR is every time you die and have to go through a quick respawn, and you don't get a kill, your respawn time, it's like, negates, like, 10% of the quick respawn. A small amount, but if you, like, chain jump multiple times, it'll actually kind of affect it. But again, they're, like, tiny tonebacks. Kraken, Big Bubbler, same thing. Like, every 100 damage takes off, like, 1/10 of a second. It would have to be these tiny slaps on the wrist because the game has to, 1, maintain its current identity, and 2, if QR goes away, we get a damage and defense meta. And that would suck, so we can't do that. Now, I just want to be clear, this is not me saying, like, the video idea is bad or anything like that. I really appreciate the submissions, and I found it really interesting, and I still do think it's a really cool concept. But when it comes to me tackling it, sometimes this kind of thing will happen where we'll be like, yeah, at the end of the day, the ideas kind of just end up being, like, a little bit repetitive here of just changing things to match modern. And rebalancing Splatoon 2 has a bit of a similar problem of, like, well, guess what I do with a lot of the things? Either tone back obviously obnoxious Splatoon 2 stuff, or buff things in the way S3 did. Like, hey, Bucket should have that minimum 50 damage. Roller should have its, like, wider hitbox. Blaster Jump RNG should work like Intensify does for MPU. Stuff like that. And for me, I think it's somewhat interesting to talk about. I just don't really think it's enough for a main channel video. And so, hence, that's what happened. And, yeah. That's why I won't be doing a rebalancing Splatoon 1 or 2. But, I appreciate the suggestion anyway. It was still fun to think about. And, yeah. Now you all get to know about the video idea in case you guys want to, like, come up with your own ideas. Go for it. Some video topics I drop work better for other people. So, like, if you want to make a video and, like, that topic interests you and you think you have a way around that problem or don't care about it or whatever, then, like, then go for it. Go for it. Also, yeah, I picked a Splatfest team. Oh, that's not even the Splatfest team. Yeah, I picked the Splatfest team. I picked team